Alright, hello YouTube. Today I'm going to be showing you how to put in USB drives like this that would not normally fit into the back of your Xbox. And as you can see, there's the two right there. And well, basically this is the slim. I know this is also for the fat Xbox too. I did this. I started doing this with the fat Xbox when they first had the USB support. I mean, obviously, as you can see, there's the two in the front and then the three in the back. There's the 5 total USB ports in the Slim. And, you know, maybe you didn't want to stick them in the front or whatever. You didn't want to put it in the front because it'd be sticking out. It looks ugly or whatever your reason be. So you wanted to put it in the back. But when you go to put it in the back, it wouldn't fit because it's too damn big. You know, you see, you try to put it in, either it won't go in, either it won't go in all the way because this little piece of plastic here is blocking it, or, you know, something else. Because, you know, Xbox just wants you to buy their official shit, which, knowing me, whenever somebody wants me to buy their official shit, I will guarantee I'll find a way around it. Anyway, so you can see I have two 16 gigabyte flash drives in here. And, like I said, these wouldn't fit. Let me get the other one. See, they wouldn't fit because they're just too big. And here's a few things, though. Before you go ahead and decide to do this, what you want to do is you want to make sure you know which way the USB drive is going to be going in, whether it's going to be facing left or right, whichever way you can be putting it in. If you're like a hardware IT expert, you probably know the eagle eye technique with USB drives and putting them in. But if I'm not going to go through that, telling you how to do that. Anyway, yeah, what you want to do is you want to probably mark with permanent marker directly onto the USB port, and basically know which way you're going to put it in, because once you put these in, you don't want to take them out. And you can see very clearly here, they're very flimsy. I mean, you know, they're not meant to be taken out. You know, I had it before, again on my fat Xbox, when I did this, I took one of these out. I mean, I didn't put it in right, or I put it in and I wanted to move it. I can't remember what I did, and I yanked on it. The whole board came off. And what ended up happening is I spent like 10 minutes trying to get pliers to get the USB the plug out, and then I had to sit there for about 4 hours trying to figure out how to solder the damn thing back together. So, like I said, once you put it in, make sure you know you won't have to take it out. Alright, anyway, so let's get to this part, taking it out. Now, many USB drives are different. I got these two from GameStop. They're not GameStop branded. I don't know. There's some weird off-brand. They work, so it doesn't matter. And basically, you know, damn, slim hard drives are so expensive now, and, you know, nobody wants to be spending $130 just for a hard drive, or even $100. So, anyway, moving on. Now, I'm going to show you here. You can obviously tell that I did something to this, and I'm going to tell you it's as simple as taking a hammer to it. It is literally that simple. As you can see, I cracked it, but I didn't crack it all the way. Same thing for this one, I had to put a little more effort into. I don't know why. The material is very strong. It's more than likely similar to an ABS plastic that they use in prop guns and whatnot. Anyway, when you're breaking these out, you see, not all of them are like this. Some of them are slide, where you push the button and you slide it out. Some are where the whole physical part slides out. When you're doing that, you want to make sure that you're not going to chip the board there. And I'm going to get up here. You don't want to chip the board, because you chip the board and you chip some of that the lead lining in there, which is which sends the information through the chip. You know, it's pretty much useless after that. So you don't want to do that. You want to make sure you're careful but not careful at the same time, because really there's not too much care to put into it to get one of these out. I'll tell you, I know SanDisk ones are really easy because the plastic covers are really flimsy, and a majority of them, they have it so you just push it and then the whole thing slides up and you plug it in. So I mean, those are the easiest ones to get out. You probably don't want to buy one of those Armor USB drives, because I'm sure those would be a hell of a time to get apart and everything. So you just want to make sure you pick something simple, something that has a lot of space. You can find 64 gig ones for like $50, but Xbox only supports 32 gig USB memory support anyway. So yeah, basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna just take a hammer and you're just gonna hit it at a slight angle, not by much, just enough so if you can get it to the point where you can break it and then pry the rest open with your fingers or wire cutters or something, that's fine. You know, it's better to do it that way. If you absolutely have to totally obliterate the whole thing, make sure you do it at an angle, like standing up, not laying down. Don't sit there and start banging on it. You know, hold it like at an angle, at some type of angle, so all the pressure you can leverage. Well, I'm not gonna say leverage because you're not really doing much in leverage. What the hell is it called? So your hand's taking your hand and whatever is holding it is taking a lot of the energy. I don't know how else I could explain that, but you just basically want to hold it at an angle, and then when you take the hammer, you know, just kind of hit it and apply more and more force until you get your results. And then it's simple enough, it'll eventually come out as that. And then, you know, I mean, I'm going to take it out. Like I said, it's not recommended that you do that. I really don't recommend it for that reason too. You can see this will be your result. And you know, you see that says what, 16 gigs, you can't really see it. Come on, focus. Okay, autofocus doesn't want to come in right now. But yeah, and you want to make sure you know, like I said, you want to make sure you know how it's going to be going in. If I could see for shit right now. And then, there you go, you see it had a little light. Now, a few things about this also. Just double tap my Xbox's power button. Another thing about this also is you don't want to install any updates. You don't want to install the system firmware onto one of these. The reason for that is for whatever reason I have had a problem with, and I've had a problem with any Xbox I've done this to, using a USB drive in general. Some USB drives just aren't fast enough. Some have problem caching the system information. So, you know, it's not very convenient. It's better just to use the memory built into the console for your game saves and your profiles. And, you know, there's plenty of space for that. I know they come standard 4 gig. There's plenty of space to do that for your profiles and your game saves. And then put the content in games, like games on demand. I mean, I have, 6 games on demand on these two little things right here. So, you know, I just use that for my games on demand and my games content. And then the internal memory for everything else. You know, and it just works a lot easier that way. It's easier to get through your information. It's organized, and, you know, you don't have problems. You know, if something happens, or if you snap the USB stick or something on accident for whatever God-given reason, you know, you don't have to worry about losing all your information. Or you could easily use cloud too, but anyway, that is a simple breakdown of how that works, and I'm sure y'all know what to do from there. If not, I will be more than happy to show y'all really quick, because I'm already hitting the time limit for my videos here. Yeah. And basically, once you get the USB drives in, I'll show y'all real quick. Well, that's doing that. Look at my wonderful wall of posters. Definitely not of Ray William Johnson, but don't give a shit either. You want to go over you want to go over to the last tab there, settings, hit system. You want to go to storage, and it'll come up as a all it will say is USB drive, right? And what you're gonna do is when you hit A on it, it'll tell you to configure now, and you're basically gonna configure it, and it'll automatically tell you how much space you have. And for system preferences, let's say you have 16 gigs, only 15.5 will be available for the console's partition. It automatically partitions off basically the whole memory stick, but it keeps the 0.5 extra unpartitioned, basically. So yeah, that's basically how you do that. And there's my little puppies back there. You can't see it, it's out of sight, out of mind, you don't know where it is, kind of like the hard drive. Doesn't make any noise, doesn't do nothing. And like I said, if you want your Xbox to look pretty, you see, you got your own thing going on there. But anyway, y'all have a good one. Thank you for watching. I hope I helped. Any questions, message me, leave a comment, throw a like at it if you want, do whatever. Thank you.